Mori. Today's band comes from Finland and it's a black metal hybrid of sorts. What does this mean? Well, let's take a look on this album and maybe you will get the idea. This one is Funerary Bell and their second album called Undead Revelations. As you can see, this is not the most obvious of all covers, being very dark and all that, but nice looking digipack overall. Here's the inlay, and accidentally I have put the CD in the booklet place, but make no mistake, everything is here as it's supposed to be. So this is the booklet, which continues with the same dark imagery. So here we have the wizards and cultists of the band, little corpse paint here and there, some torches, and we get the genuine black metal cult feeling here. But this music is not exactly the typical black metal music, quite the contrary indeed, because as the previous work of Funerary Bell, well, if you didn't know, it's been more or less kind of a hybrid between ideas from traditional heavy metal, or some could say even proto-heavy metal, as well as death metal and then black metal. Now, I don't actually know which one of these genres is kind of dominating this album, and maybe it's the whole idea. It's kind of a vague, because all these different pieces just kind of melt into each other. It's like a mutation. You don't know where the insect legs begins and becomes a part of, humanoid body, and then there is some, snake head or whatever. But that's the beauty of this whole release. Now, some of the riffs are clearly kind of a old school heavy metal oriented, and that as such might not give you the obvious black metal feeling there. That combined with some growling vocals and you're all the way towards weird heavy death metal hybrid. But obviously all these lyrics and the topics here, and definitely some of the riffs too, have this black metal origin. And now when these are all, like I said, melded into one, it becomes kind of a unique, one of a kind of a thingy. And it's not necessarily as bad as it might sound. I know some people are more open to all kinds of hybrids, black trash, black trash death, and all kind of stuff, while some are more allergic. I am the one always complaining, well, always and always, about these kind of hybrids, because so often they make the mistake that they are, kind of trying to save the cake and eat the cake, or kind of not decided whether it's supposed to be a dog or a cat, so it becomes kind of a tranny, a chick that looks like a guy who looks like a lady, if you get my meaning. Now, with mini bands, that is an obvious problem. It kind of lacks the ability to sound like black metal and also lacks the ability to sound like death metal. And in this case also heavy metal. But this weird blend actually works quite okay. Now I could be, bitching and moaning about the production on this album because it definitely could be stronger. Now it sounds like kind of this proto-70s heavy metal or occult rock thingy, and which in my opinion is way too weak for its own good. But I know some people won't mind it and are totally cool with it, so who knows, maybe it's just a matter of tasting and nothing else. Now the crawling vocals are quite cute, but those who are expecting some screamy stuff will be disappointed. Now, once you get used to this idea of this being a hybrid, like I said, it doesn't sound that bad really. And I kind of like the originality with this album. However, because I'm not exactly a target audience for this kind of a 70s proto, kind of early heavy metal, I didn't get that hooked into this album. So in my opinion, this is surely better than just, typical average metal album, but it lacks those kind of a momentum that would just, drive me crazy in a good way listening to this album. So I kind of like some of the tracks where some riffs and some tracks even are just like, yeah, I feel like I should be pushing the skip button. But like I said, There are lots of nice ideas, and it maybe just needs some time to get used to it. I gave it a few spins, and like I said, I didn't get hooked into that, but I also like that these guys are sounding the unique way they are just, able to do it. And I think most bands couldn't do with this kind of stuff this good. For example, the previous album, The Coven, if I remember correctly, which was released in 2011, that was way worse than this. That was kind of a mediocre or mediocre minus album, whereas this is going to the right direction. These guys obviously have learned from their mistakes, and now they have achieved a new level of creativity and being a unique band standing on their own. So open mind, that's all you need, and then maybe some black-hearted blood or whatever to give this one a go. Check it out if you think you can handle this. And if that kind of hybrid talk is way too much getting over your head and all that stuff, just skip this one and move along. There are plenty of other fish in the sea. Thank you for watching this review, and as always, should you have any comments or opinions, shoot me with the comment section, and thank you for watching this review. See you soon. Bye bye.